The Islanders announced yesterday that Ilya Sorokin is dealing with what they called a small nagging issue, so it's David Rittich in net for back-to-back starts, the first time as an Islander.
You kind of need two guys in this league now, especially on a year like this when the schedule is pretty condensed. Obviously, Sorokin's been unbelievable all season, but when he missed a little time there, really stepped in, kept us in a lot of games, stole a couple games.
It's a 2-0 shutout win for Rittich and the New York Islanders. Rittich the stop, and the Islanders.
He was able to get in a role. He knew he was the guy, and he played like it.
Gets tangled up there with D'Angelo. Puck roll to the slot. Chopping at it was Tavares, and the glove of David Rittich able to make the grab.
Get Ilya back tonight.
Yes.
What are your expectations for him?
I'm not thinking about expectations. I just want him to be him. The good thing is he had a couple of good practices before playing today, and I think this is a good situation for him to be in, and look forward to seeing him.
He's a great guy. Obviously we know he's a star goalie, so I'm here for him.
Is the plan for Duclair to come back into the lineup?
Yes, he will play with Casey and Kyle.
I wasn't wearing a skate. I went on the ice. I was just like, let me see your stick, Zeker, and decided to use it. And I just really like my shot. I really like the way the puck came off the stick, and I was like, man, I might have to use this tonight. We were joking around a little bit with Zeker, and then once I got to the rink, I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna cut a couple Zeker sticks and go with it.
The man, the myth, the legend.
The Islanders in the home blue, and the Devils in the visiting white. Set up in front, shot, great stop, Sorokin. Is this the puck on the yellow already that Sheldon Keefe was worried about? Barzal gets the point. Schaefer for Pollock. One time, a shot. The Islanders like the Ram with Matthew Barzal. 3-on-1, slow developing. Shot and welcome back, Anthony Duclair. A healthy scratch the last couple of games. Duclair back in the lineup and lights the lamps. Duclair's already got one. He's got two. Duke strikes again. Anthony Duclair's got a pair.
First shot went in, second one went in. I'm like, okay, this is probably gonna be my stick now. So I've used it ever since, and I'm keeping the Suzuki's name just for now.
Here's Luke, rocket squad, and a glove save. Ilya Sorokin, he flashes the leather. The Islanders only have 7 shots on goal, and 3 have gone in. And Ilya Sorokin comes back. He's been out 3 weeks. He makes 15 saves in that first period.
Can't be satisfied. Please, don't be satisfied. Go out there, outplay these guys, outcourt these guys. We're not giving them a chance to get back to that game. We're gonna get some clarity. We're gonna get some swagger, and we're gonna be bold out there. Got it? We win that period. Let's go.
Duclair scores! Anthony Duclair delivers a hat trick!
Really cool feeling, scoring a hat trick in the NHL, but scoring at home in front of your fans is, something I'll never forget for sure. I think also just a big team win, winning, the way we did, 9-0 at home. The crowd was unbelievable that night as well, and, just a fun night to be a part of for sure.
Ilya Sorokin has set a franchise record, his 26th career shutout, and it's a milestone night here on Long Island.
What do you think about business in Belmont right now, Lee?
I think it's booming. Ties for the largest win in Islanders franchise history.
Yep.
Again, they make some of the greatest teams in hockey history. And tonight you saw some history as well.
Great job offensively. I'll leave it to that. But I'll enjoy your family tomorrow. We'll see you on the plane tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
That's a nice team over there. One of the best in the league. It's a good challenge for us. I think it's a good gauge to see what kind of team we are, and obviously we're missing Bo, so we don't have a full lineup. But yeah, we're in for a tough night, and I think we just got to come prepared.
Okay, guys. It's about the details. and be connected. Details, connected. That's not good stuff.
Hey man, let's go to work. Barzy, Duke, Shea, Poole, Sorokin.
D'Angelo walks it, dishes, Holmstrom shoots, scores! The Islanders have tied it. Holmstrom and Cizikas with Schaefer in on goal. Cizikas scores! The Islanders, shorthanded, have tied it. And the New York Islanders have forced overtime in Minnesota with a score deadlocked at 3.
We got them tired and came up against a forward and was able to take it around him and put a 5-hole.
Crisscrossing, hangs on to it, driving in, scores! Simon Holmstrom, his second tonight.
Simon's a player, I've had the chance to play with him for a few years now, and his game's growing so much, his confidence, and he's a player. He's not only big for this organization, but for this team right now. I feel like he's a game changer player. When he has the puck in his hand, he can always make a great pass, or he's got an unreal release also. We're lucky to have him.
What a beautiful finish when the Islanders start the bus up and get out of here. You stole an extra point off of this group on the backs of guys like Ilya Sorokin, and as much as I'm talking about this group being outplayed, it doesn't matter. You earned your 2 points tonight. A spectacular way to finish.
Hell of a job. Got the helmet. Great game. Keep going.
Hell of a game, boys. That's a big win. Just keep it going.
Boys, I think there's more in life, and I don't know if you guys know, but 3 years was Maddie sober, so I think. Oh yeah, Maddie.
DeMado is our video coach, so he gets us ready. You look at the video coaches, how much they do for us. They're always working, getting us. They do the pre-scout, the power play, PK. They cut all the clips for face-off. Personally, they spend some long hours, and not only for that, but as a person, he's always around in the room, brings a smile to the rink, and that's contagious in the room. And we love him.
Guys, from the bottom of my heart, you guys fought so hard tonight. Fought for me too for the last 3 years. So I really, really appreciate that, guys. Yeah,
man. We wanted to make sure we didn't, let that slip, because we're all in this together. Some fights are more than hockey, and that was one of them. And so we support him, and we'll be there, till the end.
Today we are in Edina, Minnesota on a pond. Had the boys behind me. Day off in between the Wild game and Winnipeg. So I'd have the boys over and play some good hockey this afternoon.
From skating with the guys, without the constant pressure that we put on ourselves every day to perform, I think it was just good to go out there and with a smile and have fun together.
We loved hosting, having our friends over, friends and family, and an opportunity to host our team. We circled this one on the calendar the second that we moved in here and had a pond in the back. And the hockey gods hooked us up with some great weather, great ice. My neighbor Ted took care of everything and got it ready for us, and we're just having a great day.
That was really cool. The weather was perfect. Everybody showed up, and very grateful for Lizzie to invite all the boys, and super happy, just especially in the middle of a season, especially a middle of a long road trip, just to get a couple days off and just reset, recover, and what better way to play some ODR.
I mean, it just lifts your spirits. I mean, we get to come play hockey for fun today. It's not as intense. We're playing on the pond. Guys are goofing around on the ice, and this is where we love the game the most. I mean, it's the roots of it all. How we grew up as kids. This is how I grew up, skating outdoors or on a pond, and it's just pretty special to get to share it with everyone today, and I'm extremely grateful for it. This is a blast. I'm repping my Pee Wee Edina State jersey. We were state champions in this at 12 years old. Pulled this one out of a box. A bunch of guys pulled out their old jerseys. I had everyone bring an old jersey or their favorite jersey of when they were a kid. Got choppers. We wear choppers in Minnesota. Got the trapper hat. And so we're full on outdoor hockey today.
It's unreal. I mean, just a great setup from the Lee family and from Grace and from Anders, and just did a great job of setting everything up, and just brought you back to being a kid again and being out on the pond playing hockey with your friends, just messing around.
We got a couple fires here. We're gonna hang out. We got the football games on. You don't need much else. Just spend some time with each other. A great day, and we'll get back to business tomorrow. But for right now, we're having fun.
Well, Edmonton has been a house of horrors for the New York Islanders. Ever since the Oilers beat the Islanders in that '84 final, which I know you remember, Butchie.
Yep.
The Islanders only have 4 wins in their last 34 trips here to Northern Alberta. And just 1 win since 2003. None since March 7th, 2017. That was the first game they ever played in this building after it opened.
We had a really solid game. We had a lot of looks, a lot of chances. I think Ingram played a really good game. That was really a goalie game. Sorokin was unbelievable, like he always is. And, obviously our main focus is on those 2 top guys, on Edmonton, and just trying to shut them down because, they can take over games by themselves.
Sets up McDavid, knocked off the puck by Schaefer. Got it back, and Sorokin made the save. Point blank opportunity there.
Big guy. Got to do a good job on the line change. Our set forecheck. Make sure that we stay wide. I know that if we keep playing like this, we've got 40 seconds to kill, and we keep playing like this, we're gonna come back and win that hockey game. This is our game. Let's go, Dennis.
There was moments where it got a little dicey late, but we were able to keep it tight.
Still a penalty kill for the Islanders to start the 3rd period. It's 30 seconds remaining on the Adam Pelech slashing minor, the only penalty in the game so far.
We know their skill, and especially on the power play, so dangerous. I had a couple little desperation plays with just good sticks in front of Sorokin. He was able to get a couple deflections on pucks that probably could have been in the back of the net.
Here's another opportunity. McDavid, Pollock, great stick on Hyman, and the Islanders survive the PK. Wraparound try, Sorokin stones Draisaitl. Oilers turn it around in a hurry. Draisaitl, lost it in the skates as Schaefer took a penalty. Leon Draisaitl got his stick in the skates of Matthew Schaefer, who draws yet another penalty. Barzell, Ritchie in tight, Duclair, he scores! 1-0 shutout win for the New York Islanders in Edmonton.
Hey, that was a hell of a win, boys.
See any teammate reach any milestone, lucky to be part of it for sure, and he's had a great career so far, and we'll be here for his next 500.
Rangers and Islanders
getting together tonight. First of a home and home. They'll play at UBS tonight, MSG tomorrow night. The two teams even made a rare deal. Trade to get Susie, a third-round pick, goes to the New York Rangers.
Definitely going to be weird, obviously going up in these next two games, but ultimately it's coming in here to try and make a playoff push.
Well, then this is the trade yesterday. I thought this was really interesting. Andre Palat and a third-round pick next year in the 26th draft and a sixth-round pick in the 27th draft for Maxim Siflikov. And to me, I thought this was a really good trade for the Islanders.
I play against this team, and it's always been hard to play against teams, so I'm glad I'm on this side now, and I'm super excited to be part of it.
A player gets acquired, they need equipment, they need laundry, they need everything. So we're responsible for that aspect.
So one of us will reach out to whatever team they're coming from and find out what they're bringing us.
Just getting some basic bullet points. What's this guy like? Does he do anything in between periods? Does he do anything pregame? And then it's usually just kind of stand back and watch.
We'll trade player profiles, everything that we have to make our lives easier for the transition. The easier it is for us as equipment guys, the more comfortable those players will be. We're in the business of hitting kind of curveballs.
If it's a back-to-back wherever, we are always preparing for that road game 2 days before, a week before, so we always have stuff set up in the arena ready to go to put on the truck and get us out the door.
With it being home first, it's a lot easier. We're not going to use any of the road trunks, so we make sure that's all packed and ready. So we just kind of make sure it's very minimal at the end of the night and just player bags and sticks and one or two small things that have to go on at the end.
We prepare, we do the work when no one's around, because when everyone's around, that's when something can come up, and we want and need to be available for those guys.
So warm-up starts, we'll go to the room, I'll collect all the hangers, make sure everybody has, a sweat towel, we call it.
We kind of do take on tasks, and it's to stay regimented. It's also to stay ahead of things. If you're constantly working with the same product over and over again, there's a cycle that you get to see.
It's like manning battle stations, kind of, right? The room is stocked with, tape laces, gum, fridges are stocked, music's playing. Just have it ready, just be there.
Andre Palat tonight. He plays his first game as a New York Islander. And Carson Soucy, talk about familiarity with your opponent.
Hi, Ryan. 44 is going to try. All right.
Schaefer looks it over for Holmstrom. It is Islanders' debut. And the first period comes to a close.
That's it, Blue. That's it, Blue. What'd you do? That is a scratch. Here. TV timeout. Jay. Oh. 10 will need advisor TV timeout. It's a small Bauer.
Simon, he had a scuff on his visor, and he let us know ahead of time. We were able to pull the exact size and model visor he had and all the hardware and change it as quickly as we could.
I saw that there was a pretty big scratch right ahead of my eye, and told Jason, and it probably took him 5-10 seconds, and I had a new visor, which is pretty cool how effective they are. We're super lucky to have them, and they do a great job, and they're a massive part of this team as well.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
There are a lot of factors that happen on the ice that are really damaging to steel.
Yep.
With the technology now, the holders on the skates have triggers to allow a quick change.
Switch.
It allows the player to just immediately be back onto the bench ready to go. Doesn't miss a shift.
Good. Nice work.
We can prepare for any type of scenario. We can prepare for a lot of things, but can it backfire? Absolutely, it can backfire.
stick was broken on the ice. He's got 2 sticks on the bench. Winds up breaking another one during the game. He had no more sticks left on his rack, and we already packed the sticks at that point. I threw them on the truck thinking we were fine. We weren't. In the slight chance that he did happen to break another one, I ran to the truck, made sure we had the extra for him.
Get through it. There you go, pal.
The reason why no one was there, everyone was doing their tasks at the time and preparing and being ready, and he scored a goal, so you always go through your same motions. Why not just continue doing what you're doing, right? Is it routine or is it superstition?
Islanders 5-2 winners over the New York Rangers. They've won their first 3 meetings, and they'll go for the season series sweep tomorrow at Madison Square Garden.
Thank you, everybody. Great game by everybody, and glad I can be part of this team. You guys are always hard to play against, and I'm glad I'm here and playing with you guys.
The moment that bag is zipped up, that is our cue as an equipment staff that bag is ready to go onto a cart, which will then lead down to the equipment truck.
We're moving a lot quicker than we need to be, but we're basically saving ourselves 5 minutes to have a look around to make sure we didn't forget anything. Time is critical. We want to get to the next destination because tomorrow's coming. Every morning we're going.
New York City. Deciding who drives, it's usually me. We joke about it and we'll tell somebody else they're driving to see if they'll do it, but
We're always pretty happy-go-lucky. We'll have some tunes going. We're always talking about life. We're talking about the game.
yeah, we just try to keep it light and find a vibe to have on the way and just roll with it.
Guys go to buy.
We were very fortunate that college basketball ended and we were able to unload into the room and set up our equipment that evening. With it being a back-to-back game, sometimes it happens the morning of.
Everybody seems to have a job. Again, that displays itself when we get to an arena. We all kind of fill the same task time after time. It becomes a mental checklist, and we will kind of check in with each other. Hey, is this done? Our ultimate goal is to get in place where we're walking in and turning the lights on and ready to operate.
We hang all the gear. Once everything's hung, just putting nameplates out, we'll put out like practice socks for the next morning. Just knock the list down of things you're gonna have to do the next day and make it a lot easier when you come in, because you never know. Something could happen, somebody might need something, and it's a scramble.
How quickly can we actually get this done, be efficient, and be perfect every single time?
Time to go home.
We feel good, we're feeling ready, we're feeling prepared for the next day. There's a couple tasks for the morning. Go back to the hotel, lay down, and try and shut down for a little bit.
The garden is unique in the fact event level is floor number 5. So we are either driving a truck or a van up a ramp, or we are taking a service elevator.
The tasks are pretty much the same. The game has to happen, the jerseys get hung up, the players come in and go through their routines.
Last night, the Islanders jumped out to a 2-0 lead and never looked back. The new guys made an impact. It's Rangers and Islanders next.
Up front, we got Homer, Leasy, Pager. On the back, we got Maisie, Zeus, rookie in the pipe.
MSG must be a really amazing place for a fan to watch a game. On the work aspect, you have bench access, which is huge, but the access is through like the front row of fans.
That's usually where we use a radio, and then one of us is kind of staged off to the side to kind of save half that run.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously weird playing against just teammates and friends that you were just with, you know, battling for the first half of the season. Ultimately, I want to focus on this team now, focus on getting wins. I think we did a good job last night. Hopefully we can kind of build off that first, kind of start cleaning up just a couple things, and then hopefully have a good second, third.
Yeah, these guys have played with some energy tonight, this fourth line for the Isles.
Mayfield down. Shabanov was trying to spin it to the goal. Wound up near board. Soucy scores! Carson Soucy, a Ranger just a couple of days ago, has broken the scoreless tie here at Madison Square Garden. Here's Schaefer, stepping, shooting, scores! Matthew Schaefer with a bullet pass, quick, who never saw it until it was in the net. It's a clean sweep. The Islanders win all 4 games against the New York Rangers.
We got our job done. The players had what they needed, and 2 points is always good. When you win, you're happy.
Good job, boys. Get back to back win again. Those guys. Bronco hell of a game. Nice one going to Susie. Happy to be a part of this. Keep this one end rolling.
The human being in you takes over. There's a palpable energy in that room that can't be bought or sold. And to see it on a first-hand basis, it's something pretty special to be a part of.
The days are long, they're hard, but when you get the 2 points at the end, it's like a weight lifted off your shoulder. It just makes it fun and enjoyable to come in the next day.
It's fun when you get in the truck and it's like, oh, we won another game and let's get to bed.
It's unbelievable. Honestly, it's like never in a million years I thought I'd get this opportunity and to represent Canada and my country at this stage and be, amongst all these amazing players and people. I'm just so grateful and forever be grateful for this opportunity, and you just got to go over there and make the most of it now. All right, guys, Dad's got to go. Come here. I gotta go to a game, hockey game.
You're not gonna come back?
Well, yeah, I'm coming back. To have them there, especially kids, my wife, who's constantly supporting me through everything, it's just, it's gonna be that much more special. Mwah. Thanks, Sarah. Bye, love you guys. No, you don't. I love you the most. What's he saying? Because we're gonna be on TV, a TV show. Crazy, eh?
Hey, we know you're not.
Yeah, I am. You're not gonna be on it. I mean, I think the core memory for any Canadian kid is the 2010 Vancouver Olympics. When Sidney Crosby scored the overtime winner. Yeah, I remember exactly where I was when it happened. It was an unbelievable moment in Canadian hockey history, and one I'll never forget for sure. And hopefully I can be part of something that's special this time, going over and playing in these Olympics with him. Pure game feel, we're ready to go. Pittsburgh is a couple of points ahead of us and are playing really well right now, so we're gonna have to be at the top of our game tonight. And even the next game against Jersey. I mean, these are all like 4-point games, I guess you could say. Yeah, no, I mean, we need these wins, and no better way to end the break with a couple wins going into the break and feeling good about ourselves before we come back, for the final stretches.
Come on now. Here you go, man. Let's go. Sidney Crosby and Canadian Olympian Bo Horvat on the draw. Sit back and enjoy this one.
Wrist shot from distance off the top of the glove of Skinner. They score! And there he is, Bo Horvat with his 22nd.
Good place. What's that? Yeah, it's Patty whistling.
Whoa! There's a birdie in the house here.
Pitches in right wing. Above the left circle, Schaefer scores!
There's a drinking bird in here. I ran into him. Great screen. Dude, I ran into him behind the net. Poor guy.
Ryan Pulock with the equalizer, forcing 5 minutes of 3-on-3 sudden death overtime here on Long Island.
A shot, here's a breakaway for Horvat. Bo Horvat in on Skinner, scores! One
final game before the Olympic break brings the Islanders to New Jersey tonight, where they'll go for the series sweep against the Devils. Gapco to the interior, deflected, they score! Casey Cizikas. Horvat Hischier here. Horvat pulls it to the front of the net. He scores! After it, Marcel bullseye! The Islanders will head into the break. Titans of the Tri-State with a 3-1 win in Newark.